Cultures around the world all share their history in similar ways. They pass down their history and knowledge orally by reciting songs and stories. In this video presentation, we will discuss such methods of cultural expression. Our main example will be the album Kasam. Topics that we will cover include its cultural significance, portrayal of issues pertaining to indigenous Nepali people, and philosophical aspects.
For those who are unaware, Hassan means civilization. The album is inspired by Iah211b, which were stories that were recited by indigenous group of Limbo. They also go by the title Krat. Hassan provides a stark contrast between the music of a digital age and more historical music. The album links from the Western culture, colonization, and relinks with Krat epistemologies.
Juma Limbu, the artist behind Kasam, grew up singing popular Indian and Nepali music. Her upbringing most likely made an impact on her interest discovering more about Kiryaktung cultural history. She grew up to then process, practice, perceive, and navigate everything that Dharmakula Kiryaktung culture offered her. The album Kasam articulates the relationship between creature, nature, and music. It depicts how Suswa Lilam culture originated. Some examples of some of the indigenous instruments used by Kiryaktung community. In spite of what the album had to offer in terms of cultural heritage, Kiryaktung were unable to freely express their cultural identity until 1990. This is because of the colonialism enforced by the caste Aryans, an Indo-Aryan ethno-linguistic group in Nepal. Yaktungs weren't allowed to research nor document their cultural, linguistic, and musical literacy due to caste Aryan oppression. After their invasion in 1774, they imposed caste Hindu ideology, Hindu religion, and caste Aryan-centric principles as the norm. As a result, Kiryaktungs were forced to preach, pursue, and practice patriarchal Hindu cultural practices. The album speaks to several factors that are central to Kiryaktung's indigenous matriarchal culture. Kasam makes contributions in the rekindling of Kiryaktung history and revitalizes cultural values and practices.
The first track that we will showcase is Shriti Madam, which is a creation story. The song was passed down from generation to generation through ritual acts and recitation. The song depicts how human evolution occurred. In Juma's performance, she opened up with this section without any modern instrument. That gave us a picture of nature before the evolution. Then she plays Live like Magina did to introduce the forming process of Krat community. The next track is Samoa, a Madam, as another track on evolution. This one focuses more on the development of the human mind. So this part demonstrates that in Krat culture, people know the bad spirit will hurt humans and the bad spirits should not live with humans. Compared with most other cultures, Krat culture will not kill or destroy the bad spirit. Instead, they will request the bad spirit to live and stay where they belong to. First, they will humbly request the bad spirit to leave. However, if the bad spirits still stay, they will chase the bad spirit to let them go back to their region. That also shows the equal thought in Krat culture. Everything is equal, no matter what he is, good or bad. The third song is Marine Sankma. This song has much sadder tone than the others. Its inspiration is nature itself. Compared to Shriti Madam's recitational style, Marine Sankma is more melodious. In this process, it introduces how does the world looks like, and then lives started to build their own communities, which includes Krat. Then humans will pass away anyway. No one can live forever. People in Krat also have emotion. They will cry when their close relatives, friends leave the world. This series of music describes an entire cycle of Krat culture. And the Hakpara melody, the fourth track, is much more classical. Unlike the other tracks, it is much more difficult to learn. Hakpara is the most popular and formal classical song in Krat culture. There is a story behind the song. There is a place called Machalam, which is a hill. youngster and lovers meet there on the hill. A young man who called Sam is believed to introduce this song on the Machlam. This song's content is in perfect linear order, such as the creator of the universe, creative creatures, and other respectively. Thereafter, it includes society, civilization, and social practice. This song is pretty hard for young people to learn since the formal and allied language in this song is barely used in normal life. So if a person can sing Hakbra, that will indicate that a person is a really master of crack music.
This is Paddy Pelham in Pelham melody. This is an old Pelham melody that was popular hundreds of years ago in Pelham Asians. Limbu Wang. The next song is Kamba Pela Samlo, which is sung during the Kamba yearling dance. It has a much slower rhythm than the other songs. In track 6, Drama Limbo introduces charcoal parliaments that has been sung in the charcoal Lamboang region for centuries. The last track is Bangkam Palam Samlos, which is usually sung when doing normal chores or walks or during the Dam Akma dance. Track 7 includes Tamak Hold Parliament, which generated during Xiaoqian Tamarko civilization. The Tamak Hold Parliament Samlo was very popular and still popular. Some of the telling of Yamawe are also included in Lambu traditional music with social stories, games, and everyday life. There has been a rich tradition of Lambu singing their folk songs. In short, with Yaku communities, they have diverse Palamongan theories, philosophy, and practice that theoretically and practically that truth is impossible without Mongan as is Manham that embody Sawa Yat Han and Suwa Lim. Epistemology is Manham that penetrates all performance-based histories and reformulated truths.
Last but not least, we will cover the Karachi Native Americans. There are one indigenous people in the United States. In addition, Karachi language is part of Iroquois language group. So before the 19th century, polygamy was very common in the Karachi community, especially by elite men. So as a matrilineal society, Karachi women were expected to be a strong member of their community. So in other words, women control the property and their dwellings. And their children were born under the mother's clan. In addition, the leader of the group is usually the elder lady. So as custom, a married couple lives with the near woman's family, so she can be aided by her female relatives. And the wife's elder brother was more important mentor to their children than their father. So it is because father belongs to other clan. So traditionally, couples can divorce freely, but usually woman takes more control. So the Karachi and many other indigenous groups in the Western Hemisphere created stories and songs about land and animals. These songs have been passed on by generation, but much has been lost during the colonial period. So there are many songs has been translated to karaoke, from the Western countries, such as Amazing Grace. So the songs that live on carry the karaoke culture along with them.
So the other example was the pastime oil culture in China. There are 55 military groups in China. They all have different cultures, different language, and different music. The Mongolia is a large group living in northern China, and Mongolia is a powerful empire with a history of more than 1,000 years. Mongolian songs are very representative of their culture and popular among the whole of China for many years. However, because of the Chinese Cultural Revolution, which was a dark period for China, some of the long-time Mongolian songs were seen as a kind of anti-communism culture, and the government totally shut it down by some political reasons. So the development of Mongolian songs was stagnated for 10 years. It was a big devastation for Mongolian music, and a great number of them were disappeared since the Cultural Revolution. However, the good thing is, after the people are allowed to make Mongolian long-time music again, and they create many great songs that we still sing nowadays. And some colleges and universities have also opened a major of Mongolian long-time music.
This song is representing a vast image of grassland which most Mongolians farm their livestock in Langtang. It shows us how Mongolian life looks like. They live with their cows and sheep. Most of them don't have motor vehicle for transportation, so they would also ride some horses. They hunt for actual food as well. In addition, with this song, it also told a short love story between younger. Overall, although this song involves lots of modern elements, it still represents a traditional lifestyle of Mongolian.
The United States also uses folk music to share its culture. Traditional singers typically learned their craft through family ties in their community. Early Americans feared their folk stories and songs would be lost forever due to the introduction of radio broadcasts. A reason for this fear was that traditional songs were an integral part of daily life. For instance, various songs would accompany different parts of life, from work to religious celebration and at social occasions. This is similar to how indigenous Nepali songs such as Jianqi Akma Palam Samlo are sung during daily chores. The suppression of culture after the Cass-Aryan invasion and the consequential loss of history demonstrates how important it was to maintain folk music.
In conclusion, Hassan was a very important milestone for Yagzan Mandam. It passed on a culture that was once lost to people of contemporary society. It also left a significant mark on the rest of the world. We give thanks to all people who helped Yagzan culture survive and thrive.